Let's blaze through this shit. I'm ready.
Yeah, I want to get into gaming soon, so ASAP.
too.
This is gonna be a quick cast.
Quick cast.
Fallout's good. Some shit happened in Australia. 2,500 on tomatoes. We're good.
Old lady got some free beer.
We're
Roll
good
out.
here, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Hang on, I'm a mess.
You're beautiful.
There we go.
Oh man.
Okay, I look good now.
Like I said, I'm gonna nurse this Irish whiskey, man. I'm gonna nurse it
Kitty, be careful. You
as
remember
well
what we
as
just
I
talked
can
about?
nurse a thing.
It's like, hang on, I gotta knock everything off your counter over here. I'm gonna break this lamp too. I'll be right
It's
back.
like, you don't need this.
Hey, you know that lamp you got? I broke it for you.
Do you remember that lamp you had? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Bloody and Sutty show, where this is the type of humor that you can, come to expect. I am the ever-endurant SuttySmash. This is
the functioning derelict, Bloody the Elf, and welcome to the show for jackasses by jackasses, for felons by felons, for schlemiels by schlemiels. We'll cover all our data, all the data sets there. Welcome. We got
demographics.
Yes, we're gonna cover all the demos that we obviously appeal to. We appeal to the unemployed, Jews, and felons.
Yep, right in our wheelhouse.
Yep, about right.
All of it.
We're talking tonight, of course, we're going to talk about Fallout 76.
Does it suck still?
Does it? And then we're going to get into a 5 count of This Week in Dumb, because I got 3, and I think you got 2, unless there's some overlap.
I have 2.
I have 3. And then, of course, another... what is the theme this evening for the Rotten Tomatoes game? Or do you want it to be a surprise?
I'll leave it a surprise. I'll tell you when we get there. It's good.
Do you think I could guess the theme if I didn't know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Let me guess the theme then.
Okay, go.
Not now. I mean, like when we play.
Oh, all right. Well, fucking get your shit together. Let's do this.
Is it going to be post-apocalyptic movies?
It's dystopian, post-apocalyptic. Yes. Yeah.
I'm fucking awesome. Can we?
Well, I mean,
I'm in your
yes,
head.
You are awesome. But all of our,
Let me just have this. All right.
Okay. You're so awesome, dude.
Thanks.
You're so good at this.
I needed that, buddy. Thank you.
Get the fuck out of my head.
Okay. I mean,
don't.
When we share a brain, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Lisa Samara back there, she's leaning against the couch and looking at the phone like this, like her head's resting on the seat of the couch.
That's just efficiency.
Right yeah, there. I guess. Fucking kid, she's a weirdo.
He's a good kid.
Yeah. Fallout, does it suck? So Wastelanders was Piper. Huh? What?
Say
Piper, what are you talking about?
Let her explain herself. I think chat delay or the stream delay on Twitch makes fucking following what people saying so much more difficult.
Well, no, I mean, Lolita was talking, which is always, you need a codex to decipher what she's talking about.
And when she explains herself, it makes perfect sense. But it's just like,
okay,
sorry,
she said, "Help, Piper," and then she said, "Sorry," or she said, "Help, Pipper, sorry, Piper," and she said, "Hey, Lolita, what's up? What do you need help with?" Sounds like my kind of place. Surprise. Huh? Lolita said she needed help with something, and Lolita says, "I meant to say hello, not false." So, I mean,
She just typoed hello, that's all.
Coherent, my ever-coherent chat.
It's good.
So good.
Lux is just saying that he's over here dying with laughter, and that he guessed it was virus-themed movies, and he was mistaken. We already did that. I mean, we can do it again. We just can't repeat. We've done a really good job of an unspoken rule that we won't speak until now, that we don't repeat movies.
I might have repeated a movie.
Well, then you might have to pick one on the fly.
Maybe.
I mean, it's not hard to do. It's pretty easy.
Piper, you've also been drinking. I'm drinking right now. I'm having Irish coffee right here.
I'm having a delicious Coke Zero, and of course, my stream-infused Dr. Disrespect Black on Blackberry with the official Dr. Disrespect G Fuel cup.
Obviously.
I mean, faithful.
Oh yeah, Piper. I remember that. That was a good time.
Piper, no piping. I bet she's never heard that before. Completely original. That's me.
You're so good. You're so good at this. But Fallout 76, bro.
Is it great?
You've played it significantly more than I have. I have played it. Well, let me excuse me. I've done a lot of research on it for this cast specifically.
Thanks.
As I do.
I've only played it a lot.
You've only played it a lot. I played a little bit, did a lot of research. So the little bit that I played, NPCs is a big deal, right?
It's a huge deal.
I spawned back into the Cranberry Bog. I ported it over to Steam, reinstalled the game. It was only like 57 gigs, which I feel like is smaller than it was at launch after all the DLCs have been put in. So it's like they must have optimized the shit out of it because it's smaller now, which is good.
With more content now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Significantly more content.
Post DLCs, less disk space. So it's like, man,
shitloads of dialogue has been added.
Yeah, dude. And so I spawned into not the Cranberry. It wasn't the Cranberry Bog. It was some marsh. I don't remember.
It's a marsh. But
where the glowy fucking anglerfish guys are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. But I was there, and then I was running around, way over encumbered because the last time I played the game was a year and a half ago. And I see these two dudes running by me, but they don't have names on them. So then I look and it's like level 1 settlers. So I was like, oh dope. And they're helping me kill these. They're helping, like
fodder for
like a 2-year-old helping you bake.
Yeah.
But they're helping me kill these anglerfish, and then I started strolling through, and then I'm fighting these anglerfish, and then some cultists show up out of nowhere and start also attacking me and the anglerfish. So I'm just like, ooh, because I forgot how to play the game, and I'm shooting all over the place. Now that Wastelanders has come out, more people are out. You can see where people's camps are based off of their little vendor tokens, which I found out have been removed since I played because people were duping items from them. As you do.
As one does.
As one does. But I started a quest with some dialogue, and it seems Fallout. It seems like Fallout now.
It's
like there's full on quest lines, and let me say this: the instanced story mode, like where it's an instance, like where you progress the story, it's you go in and separate yourself from the rest of the world, so your choices save to your particular game, your specific game. Genius, fucking genius for what that is. That way you have your own unique experience whilst also sharing. It's a Fallout MMO at this point, is what it is with fucking story mode. And from the research that I've done, right, the writing in it better than Fallout 4.
It's good.
It's better written than all of Fallout 4, which Fallout 4 was very pretty, but not the greatest as far as
story
content.
Was lackluster in Fallout 4, and that was everybody's qualms. Was there's unending missions to do because they're all fetch quests.
Right.
Like you got to go help another settlement and bullshit like that. But
yeah.
it does supply you with content that never ends, which is something to be said. I mean, okay. And but that was it. So far now, we have the quest line of the game, and then you have just like
two factions. There's two factions.
There's the Raiders and the Settlers.
Right.
And then you have offshoots of like the cultists, the moth cultists.
Right.
And then you have events. Did I say that one yet?
No.
It doesn't matter. There's events within the game that you
Samara
need.
thought that was funny.
Thanks, Samara. And then this is why we chat. She gives me ideas for the show. Mm-hmm. And then you also have yeah, and the thing is though too is that the game can be played as a regular I'm going to progress through the game. Like just do my own thing. But it is significantly harder without a friend. Because it's like
well, here's the other thing, right? So the people who have kept this game alive are the ones who stuck through the game in its darkest fucking time. Like the ones who played through. Yeah, thanks guys. Because that wasn't us.
No, it was not.
The ones who stuck through it and put their head down and just continued playing through the bugs and through the complaints and through the emptiness. And some people really liked that, just that it was just a barren wasteland and whatnot. I did not.
No, I didn't.
I didn't like it because it didn't feel. It felt like a Fallout, a shell of a Fallout game.
Yeah.
Because like all the quests I was doing, I was like, these guys are fucking dead. Who cares? Like, why would I continue this? Now that there's people alive to continue quest lines, and the vanilla content is still there. You can still go do that shit.
Yeah, that's all still there.
Which now with NPCs and shit, now it feels like it's a mystery. As opposed to this is all you're able to do. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, this is from the dead people that came before. This sprawling, communities burst up, Yeah. And so I mean, it adds nuances to the game that didn't exist when it first launched. And I think, like I said, I haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to play it, but it looks promising. And I don't know if you looked at the Steam reviews. It's 7 out of 10. And out of like 1,600 reviews, mostly positive.
Yeah.
So after Wastelanders launched and it was released on Steam, because initially when it first got launched, it got fucking review bombed hard, just because it's it was the cool thing to do, I guess.
Yeah, it was very meta to say that Fallout 76 is shit. When in reality, I'm gonna go on record now and say it's a better game than Fallout 4.
I believe it. I believe it based off of what I've seen. Oh, another cool thing, right? That I found out in my research, because there's NPCs now, they get affected by the nukes. So when a nuke drops, they don't turn into ghouls because some of them are essential NPCs, but they'll just put on hazmat suits and just go about their days. Like they'll put full on hazmat suits on. Like it's just a nuke drops and they're like,
here we go again.
And then they keep sweeping. Like, it's like, that seems kind of pointless, but good on you, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate your dedication to what you're doing here.
But the NPCs, companions now, which is dope.
Yep, I've got one.
Storylines from people who are actually living in the world.
Yeah.
Makes it a Fallout game. It makes it feel like the decisions that you make matter. Whereas before it's like, oh, go here, do this shit. Hey, here's this fucking veil. You're the master of the superhero clan. Like, cool.
A clan of no one. And now it's like,
exactly.
All right, I'm doing something.
Yeah, man, and it's awesome. But the biggest take, and I'm stealing all your thunder, man. But the biggest takeaway for me was the instant story missions, man. Because when I first saw that, and I haven't even completed one. I got to the bar, and it's like, hey, you and your group are going to go in here. Any decisions you make will be isolated to your guys' experience, and blah 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 blah. So it's like every other MMO, right? Anytime you go into a main mission, it's like, hey, this is yours. Here's the loan. Yeah. And that's fucking just chef's kiss, perfect. Real happy about it.
Yeah, no, I think about. I don't know how much time. I think I put maybe, since Wastelanders came out, maybe 20 hours into it. So I put a considerable amount of time in the short time that it's been out. I meant to actually put all today into it, but I wound up being busy and didn't get to play hardly at all. I got an hour and a half in before we started.
That's about my total playtime, so.
It was good, though. I mean, it is engrossing, and it's, I mean, every now and again you'll catch something that you're like, oh, that's weird, but
go ahead.
But like, they have these like military airdrops that you see, and big smoke plumes come out, and you go and you get stuff. Because this game takes place shortly after the war, so it's nukes are fresh and they're still falling, and that's a part of the game. And like you can call your own nukes in and whatnot, and it's a lot of fun. But now they have those airdrop. Now they actually have the quadricopter things fly over, but it's funny because they're a little glitchy, so it's like burp, 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 through the sky. Yeah, you can see them fly overhead, but they just move in like inch by inch.
Oh, Bethesda.
It's just little nuances of like, okay, so I'm gonna like at the end of the day though, that's a Fallout game where it's okay.
It really is.
That's just part of the.
But here's the thing, and let's touch on that just a bit, right?
Sure.
At what point? This is kind of off topic, but at what point is that no longer endearing? You know what I mean? Because it's been a thing for Bethesda since
day one.
Yeah,
it was Fallout 3. Well, yeah, Morrowind is to a lesser scale, but Fallout 3 was the first time they took over the Fallout series.
Yeah.
And then Fallout 3 was like that, and then New Vegas was like that, and Fallout 4
was
like that.
New Vegas was developed by Obsidian. It was in the same game engine, but it was Obsidian that made it.
It was every bit as glitchy.
But it was the best
You'd be walking
Fallout game.
Fall right through the map.
Best Fallout game.
It's not my favorite.
What?
It's not.
Are you fucking...
Absolutely
not.
Are
you fucking with me right now?
No, Fallout 3 will always be my favorite.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, let me explain to you why I love New Vegas, right? New Vegas is great because... Piper, are you kidding me? Piper says New Vegas sucked ass.
Get out of chat.
Feel personally attacked right now because here's the thing, right? So Fallout 3 was great. And I'm not taking anything away from it at all because it was a great game. My qualms with it were the permadeath for your companions. That sucked. That was really shitty. I remember I had Charon fucking all loaded up and power armor and shit, and then he just died randomly because we were getting attacked by
fall damage. It gets him.
Yeah. 80,000 rad roaches or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But then he died, and I had to pick up all his shit. And he was a great companion.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was over encumbered, so I had to fucking lug my ass back to the entrance and whatnot. And it was fucking awful. And then when Dogmeat died, I was heartbroken.
Oh, I'm sure you cried.
I was like, what? I'm gonna throw up.
Dogmeat.
But they ended up throwing something in Fallout 3 where when Dogmeat died, you can go back to where you met him, and it was like Dogmeat's kid, Dogmeat's puppy. Yeah. But so there was that, and then it wasn't a super. I love the karma system. I always have, and I wish it existed in Fallout 4 and here. But yeah, like Artax dying in Neverending Story. Here's the thing, Piper. I retcon that as a 6-year-old. I was like, he didn't die. He's okay. He made it out. He just went under there and then just was like, just shook it off and left.
He fell through the map.
I saw the end of the movie. Yeah, he fell through the map.
That's awesome.
But
didn't as a kid you think like quicksand was going to be a lot more of a problem?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Than it really is.
It seemed very like a very real danger.
Like I already know how I'm going to die. Quicksand.
Yep. I just need I need a long enough stick. I just got to carry a stick with me everywhere.
Yeah,
it's like 8 feet long, so that I can just.
Yeah.
But No, man. The thing I loved about Fallout New Vegas was the faction system, in that you could do anything. Like at the beginning, most people, like at the very beginning when you're at Good Springs, most people killed the fucking, I don't remember what they were called, the bombers or whatever the hell they were called. Most people fought them. You could turn that around and then just go fucking kill everybody in New Spring, and then all the raiders and the bombers and everything were on your side. And you could be you could play a villain. Like, you could play through that game as a fucking villain and go through the entire thing and get an entirely different ending. That's one thing I've always loved about Fallout, period. And that's including 1 and 2, the ones before Bethesda had it, is your decisions all came to a conclusion that, played out in the end. But with New Vegas, it was so nuanced and so intricate. It was so multifaceted that the factions that you supported changed how the rest of the game played out for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I remember there was one point in New Vegas where I was walking around with Boone, who was the fucking best companion.
Oh yeah, you're good.
It's like,
once you had Boone,
like 106 experience. What?
What? I don't even know why.
I always rolled with Boone and then Eddie. Those are my two, always. And here's the thing. Here's what I hated about New Vegas, right? There was one time I was playing, and then I sent Eddie back because I had to pick up another companion, and you can send them back to a base.
Yeah, they had to get there, though.
And they're invincible unless they're not in your party.
Yeah.
If they're outside of your party, and we were forever away from the Lucky 7 or whatever the hell it was. And I remember I was walking back, and this hours went by that I was playing. And then I was walking back, went to the strip, and then I get to the gate where you go to the strip, right? And I just see Eddie's body there, just laying there, just dead. He was dead. And I can loot his corpse with all the shit that I loaded him up with. And he got killed by the stupid idiots that were just right around the gate there. Just
those like little
dudes. He had gotten his ass kicked so much up to that point that
he takes so much damage.
Shot him with a 22. He's like, oh, that's it.
I'm calling it quits, boss.
But yeah, the faction system in New Vegas was and the intricacies of it were why I liked Fallout Vegas so much. And the fucking Nana super mutant with the fucking flower hat.
That was good.
Best character in the whole game.
Yeah.
But anyway, and Rex with the robot brain.
Yeah.
Little dog. Anyway.
You got from the Elvis guys?
Yeah.
That was good.
What way off topic there, I'm sorry.
Fallout 3 was my favorite because it was my first Fallout game. Plain and simple.
It was my first Fallout game too. I did end up playing Fallout 1 and 2 because when we got fucking Fallout 76, they gave you Fallout 1 and 2 also. So I played through those, and they were very good. Like, they're point and click and whatnot, but so not as good, but it was still, the story was there. New Vegas, protecting AI only when they're in your party since 1986. Or Bethesda. Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, here's Piper in Fallout 3. They just died, even if they're in your party. It's just like, oh,
you gotta protect them.
Dude, they lost all their HP, dead.
That's why I never
in your party.
I always just sent them, like my second playthrough, I would get them and then just send them back, so I didn't have to worry about them dying.
I liked having them. They were my pack horses. I mean, essentially that's all they were. Because once you get to a certain point, you just... I remember I got that android's fucking plasma rifle from that boat.
Yeah, from the battleship.
And that's the gun that I ran through the whole fucking game with. Because I just used VATS, and it's like, just melted everybody.
Yeah. Dust them.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Fallout 76, it looks pretty good. Pretty.
Fallout 76 is, I think, the redemption story of when you realize you done fucked up and that this isn't going to pass and you are the villain of the video game industry.
They No Man's Skied it.
They very much No Man's Skied it.
They very much No Man's Skied it. They're like, hey, this game's going to be out. It just works. It's like, it doesn't. It doesn't just work. Todd Howard, you slick cunt.
Even No Man's Sky to a certain extent isn't even that much fun. Like, it's like The level of the constant confusion that you're in, where you're like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm going to disagree with you, because the reason we have that now is because
we play once every 6 months.
Yeah, we're playing other games in between. Yeah. But when I was just steadily playing No Man's Sky, and I understood all the mechanics and all that other shit, like, my base looks good. And fucking, I was going down fucking storylines, jumping from system to system to progress just that particular storyline, and it was engaging. But then when you come back after 6 months and a lot of the mechanics have changed and shit, you're like, and they've added stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's like trying to get into The Witcher 3 after a 6 month break. You're like, this looks cool. I don't know how to play though.
Yeah. Oh, I came back into the bitter fight of like the bad guys. I don't even remember their name. They are after Ciri, and you're trying to get her back, and it's in that castle back in your home place.
What the hell are you talking about right now?
In Witcher 3.
No Man's Sky? Oh, Witcher 3. Okay.
That's when I came back, so I'm like, nope. Like, I'm dead. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'd have to start over.
The Witcher 3 for me, I played, and we've talked about it a couple times, but I'll get into it again because, you know, people fucking... I played, and I'm a completionist. You know this about me.
Oh,
like,
Jesus,
platinum trophies and achievements, I'm balls deep in those. So when I started playing The Witcher 3, I got every quest, every question mark, every fucking armor, every side quest, every fucking horse race. I did all of it to the point where that all of not Skellige, but
the first one,
Novigrad.
Yeah.
All of Novigrad was fucking empty. Everything was done. So then I was like, all right, let's sail over to Skellige, which is just this little tiny island. We're gonna go to this little tiny island, do some shit, fucking wrap that shit up. Let's go beat the game, and bam. So I get over to Skellige, go through the story missions a couple times, and then pull up the map, and it scales. Like, it scales to the size of fucking Novigrad. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I see like 80 goddamn question marks, and I just got overwhelmed playing it. So I was like, I can't. I can't.
And I won't.
Yeah, I need to take a break. And then that break turned into 8 months, and then I came back. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know. I have 2 swords. There's all these oils and shit. I have some bacteria connected to me somehow. Like, I don't remember how this shit works. Yeah. So yeah, it's tough. Piper says Fallout 3 was also my first Fallout game and is also my favorite for that reason, Bloody.
Me and Piper. Like this.
Simpatico.
You've been
I
replaced,
tried desperately
buddy.
to get into Witcher 3. Wasn't my thing. So glad I rented it and didn't pay $60 for it. I didn't pay $60 for it either. I got the Game of the Year edition way down the road.
I did too. I got it on a Steam sale for Christmas.
Yeah. That's the way to get everything, man. Either Steam sale, G2A, Green Man Gaming, like all that shit. You can get great deals.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So Fallout 76, according to a lot of critics, a lot of players, the 2 of us, it looks really good. If you enjoyed Fallout 4, you'll definitely enjoy Wastelanders from what it looks like. It's what we wanted Fallout 76 to be from the start.
Yeah.
A Fallout game, a full-on Fallout game that you can play with your friends.
Yeah.
And that's what we were excited about, because you guys, Bloody and I, used to play Fallout 3 over Xbox 360, and we would just be connected to live, just talking to each other in our own individual games. And this is a decade ago now, right?
15 years ago.
Was it that long?
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. So yeah, 15 years ago, we're just sitting here playing, like, what are you doing right now? Oh, I'm just fucking killing all these ghouls. I'm not sure if I should nuke Nuketown or not. This guy seems like a fucking cunt. And we would just talk to each other about our own game instances, and then we would talk about it and be like, wouldn't it be cool if we could just join into our games with each other? Like, just play in each other's games? Like, how does that happen? Yeah. We're like, impossible. That's never going to happen.
And then we had that somebody was releasing a Fallout online, and it fell through. And remember, we were brokenhearted about that.
I remember they bought it.
Was it
Bethesda
Activision?
bought it? But no, Bethesda bought it. They bought the not copyright, trademark. They trademarked Fallout Online, and nothing ever came.
They
from
started making it, and then it was in. They had to use somebody else for something, and that partnership broke. Like it broke down, and then the game never happened.
I do remember that. Bring that in.
But yes, I think the general consensus here is
play Fallout 76.
Play Fallout.
If you like Fallout,
let go of what it was and understand it's not the same game at all anymore.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. It's great. It's a great, fun game.
We agreed it was shit. We gave it a good chance.
Here's the thing, too.
Solid
I
chance.
was way harder on it than you were. Way harder. Right out the gate, I'm like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Like, I don't like this. Something's wrong.
And I'm like, let's just play for like 40 hours.
This
and
is
then
the quick 50. And we did. We had a little team of guys, you and me, and
we did.
And
Andrew that was fun. That was fun. When we were together, it was a good time. But when we were not, it was like this. You sucks. Felt it.
Yeah, this game is not fun.
Horde.
But
now
hated it.
Now it's a good game by yourself. And
having more people, I have been.
And having more people now just adds to the experience.
Yeah.
It doesn't make the experience; it adds to it, which is good.
Yeah. You don't have to have them. Is the thing. Like you don't have to play it multiplayer. The other people are there, and then you don't have to worry about them fucking with you. They're not going to bother you.
That's the other thing I want to touch on. The people that help support the game, the community, like within the game, the high level guys. Really friendly. Like they leave blueprints out in their camp so that you could just pick it up. And a lot of guys, when the vendors were open before the dupe thing happened, like this guy was selling fucking 336 ammo for 0 caps. So it's just like, here, have some ammo for 336 just because I have so much of it. It's like, man, people are being real fucking generous. And that's in my research I found that's the consensus, the general consensus, that the community, they want people to enjoy the game, so they're not letting like high level people. It's like they put an umbrella ban on killing new people into the game because they want them to play it. They don't want people to be griefed and be discouraged from playing the game. So it's all about building each other up at this point, which is really cool to see.
It's not competitive between players. It's more of a camaraderie where you're in this shithole of a place trying to get by, and it's everybody's like, here's the thing. If you go down and you're going to die, you're probably gonna die because there's no one near you to bother you. And at the same time, I feel like if there had been, they would pick you up, where in any other game, they would let you just die. Like, new Call of Duty came out, Warzone, a lot of fun. However, if you play on a team of 3 random people and you go down, they will walk past you as you bleed out and die. And I play Black Desert Online religiously. It's like one of my favorite games to ever be.
Yeah.
Player griefing is so bad in that game where you just have to accept it, where it's like, I can't stream the game anymore because I'll get stream sniped until it's like I can't play. Like I can't play the game because I'm just being murdered repeatedly over and over and over again. They'll find out where you are when you respawn and then go kill you there. Like it's like Jesus. I can't fucking even play this game. Where this one is like I like it. Like it's I can stream it.
It seems like it's gonna read really well.
And I feel like it's got legs, where it's in the sense that you start playing it, you can keep playing it because the amount of shit that's going on within the game, like events and whatever, you can just keep going. Like once I don't know what the player cap is or the level cap is, but hundreds.
Biggest thing for me, getting rid of all the text that was showing up on the right-hand side, like still being able to see it on the map, but just tracking one quest at a time. Because when I first got into the game, it's like a novel on the right. It's like I don't know if I'm hungry or thirsty because all this text is here. But when you showed me that, and you're like, oh yeah, it just shows it on the map, because we had talked about that. Remember, I was like, I wish that they would put this in so that I could just look at one quest, but still see all the other ones there.
The quests are all still there.
They have that now.
You can turn it back on if you want, but
now. But they're still on the map. So if you look at the map, you can still see if they're close. Before, it used to be if you tracked it, that's the only one that showed on the map. Like the other one just disappeared entirely.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest complaint. I mean, aside from nobody being there, it was the biggest complaint for me.
0 NPCs.
So yeah. But yeah, man, I'm excited about it. I'm really excited to fucking play. So let's
get through. Let's go.
Yeah,
Fallout 76. Buy it. Play. It's only $39.99 on Steam. They're not even asking the full $59.99 price.
And you know what? You could
Pick
probably
it up.
G2A, fucking
Probably
Green Man
less.
Gaming discounts.
Probably get
find
it
somewhere.
40, 30.
Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Play it. I'm SuttySmash on Steam. Bloody didn't do his due diligence, so he's still on Bethesda's
I did
launcher,
try.
but
It didn't work, and I don't
You
care.
didn't try.
I'm fine.
You didn't try. It took me 2 seconds. You didn't try.
It just
for
didn't
shit.
work.
Yes, it did.
It said, call support. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm fine. And you were like, but
Chat.
dude, achievements.
Just
I'm
chat.
like, nah, I'm
Yeah,
fucking
no,
good.
I
I
know
don't care.
that's. Dude, here's the thing.
care.
I hope we could play together.
Oh, we should.
Okay.
If not, I will fucking buy it and install it. I got Trump money now. Let's go. I'll buy it. I don't care.
Let's start all new characters.
I don't care. You don't have to.
I don't care. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. You'll pass me in a day and a half anyway. Doesn't matter. Fucking. But yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for some This Week in Dumb?
Yeah, baby. Let me pull mine up here. I'll go first.
Come on, baby girl. All right.
All right.
What are the ones that you have? Or all right, never mind. Just go. I'll tell you if we have overlap.
All right. This one is coming from Taneytown, Maryland.
Oh.
Policemen put out a notice. Policeman department reminds residents to wear pants while checking the mail. In Taneytown, Maryland, police are reminding residents to wear pants when checking their mailbox. In a Facebook post, police said, "Please remember to put pants on before leaving the house to check your mailbox. You know who you are. This is your final warning."
You know who you are. Oh, Piper, did you beat the robot? Whatever his name is in Cuphead? Doctor calls robot? Anyway, yeah, pants. You did. So proud of you. Fucking. So it's just the one dude. It's such a tiny town. They're like, hey,
You know who you
police
are.
department, you.
We're not naming names,
But
I know
your
you're
name
working from
starts-
home.
Your name starts with B and ends with Rent Raymirth. So if you fucking put some goddamn pants on when you check the mail. That's hilarious. Mine, or go ahead, finish yours out.
That was the whole story. It was 3 sentences long.
That's all it needs.
perfect.
That's all it needs.
That's all I needed.
Do you have another one?
I'm gonna go, then you're gonna go, and then I'm gonna go,
Oh, okay,
and then
okay,
you're gonna
okay,
go, and then
okay.
I'm gonna go again.
All right. So for mine, I have pictures on my stream that I'm gonna put on.
Awesome.
Oh. So this one, 93-year-old woman's viral plea for beer answered by Coors.
Awesome.
Yeah, right? So here she is right here. Her name is Olive Valerisi. She was in quarantine for 32 days, and she said, holding her last Coors can, saying, I need more beer. The picture that I have up says she got more beer, because, you know, I didn't check the pictures before I saved them, but, Coors
Don't worry, I'll
answered,
add them in post.
it went viral, and Coors answered her plea, and they put out a tweet and said, hey, Olive, don't you worry your pretty little head, we're gonna take care of you. So then they sent her out like an insane amount of beer. Like in the picture that I have here, she's maybe 5'3". Their Coors stands, their 6 12-pack stacked up right there, so there's at least another 8 below her. So she has an insane amount of Coors. So her farts are gonna smell terrible because they're Coors Light. I don't know if you ever drink. Well, I mean, I drank a lot of Coors Light back in the day.
I've had my share of silver bullets.
And when I would fart after that, it's like, whoo, whoa, yeah, that is potent. But yeah, so 93-year-old Olive Valerisi got herself some free Coors from just a plea, putting a sign out of her fucking screen window. So go, Olive. Proud of you.
Thanks, Olive. My next story comes in from Canada, nameless area. It says, a plane just landed on a highway in I'm reading this word for word, by the way. A plane just landed on a highway in Canada, and the drivers were so chill. And that's it. So they have a video of it.
The drivers of this plane just real chill, chill, bro.
The people on the highway. They're just, nobody freaked out. It's like, all right, so this plane is coming in. I'll move this over.
Fucking parted the fucking Red Sea there. Oh, there's a plane.
Kinda. I'll play the video here. Let me switch my scenes here.
All right, let me go to your thing.
Let me know once you make it in.
Yeah, I getcha.
All right.
I see, baby.
Here it comes. Damn this person for doing portrait. Flip a landscape, you idiot.
Right?
But everyone's just driving.
Yay.
And listen to the people not freaking out.
That's like
just landed.
Just a normal day on the 302.
Yeah. Like, all right, there's a plane on the. Now it's just on the highway.
Like, well, I'm not allowed to pass on the right, so.
Nope, that's against the rules. So it's gonna kind of veer off here. So it had a mechanical difficulty, which made it so it couldn't make it to any runway at all. So it was forced to land on a freeway. And there you go. Everybody's just gonna look at him signal as it goes around.
Right. I want to see the guy texting in the middle lane that just take that whole wing off.
There you go. Just drive right there. Just so chill.
Boop, boop. Yeah, just like whatever. That's awesome, man. I like that a lot. So my next one is the headline: California man arrested after stealing coronavirus specimen from hospital.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's this old boy right here. Boop. There he is. He looks like he would do that. So the hospital told police on Saturday afternoon that a man entered the facility, stole the sample that was awaiting testing, and left on a bike. Like, not home, the wiki, like bicycle. That sample was later found in a CVS pharmacy shopping cart down the road.
Oh,
it was untampered with, police say. Sean Lamar Moore, a 40-year-old Davis resident, was eventually identified and arrested for the theft. Prosecutors revealed on Thursday that Moore allegedly impersonated a federal employee from the Center for Disease Control, or the CDC, in order to take the sample. Coincidentally, the hospital was given notice that someone from public health would be arriving. But it wasn't until Moore left on a bicycle that hospital staff became suspicious. He's like, hey, thanks for this. And this is the part that got me. The Yolo County District Attorney's Office, like YOLO. Like,
they're
YOLO.
Awesome.
Yep. The Yolo County District Attorney's Office originally requested Moore's bail to be denied, but a judge released him from jail while under supervision. Moore has to stay 100 yards away from Sutter Davis unless he has a medical situation under the terms of the release.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real winner, this guy. This fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
This fucking guy right here.
All right, final story. This one comes out of... it comes out of the Taliban. All right, so it comes from Afghanistan. So A little COVID news for us. A little COVID-19 update.
20.
So,
COVID-19 2020.
Coronavirus, Corona Watch. So we're all aware that in Florida, they have reopened all of their public beaches, and it was... A lot of people went because Florida's gonna Florida. And just kill everybody that works there. I think that's... Just let Darwin sort through that state.
Dude, there are so many of those, too, that I could have picked. Like, the people protesting the quarantines, like... Fake news! We're all gonna come together at this place. It's like,
you know, like
so stupid.
40 of them got it from those things too. Like,
I hope so. I hope they did.
I hope they did
really
too.
hope they
I'm
did.
like, I hope you get it, and I hope you never walk again.
Here's the thing. Like, I don't wish that on anybody because that shit sucks. Like, that sounds awful.
I do,
But that's the only way that these people will fucking learn. It's like, hey, so we're not drinking this Kool-Aid, blah 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 blah. Like, yep, fuck you, you fucking cunt. You
Dude,
idiot.
here's the thing, man. Like,
shit.
thin the herd. Like, do we?
Call it. Just get a big scythe.
I'm totally fine with all of them getting it, and they all die. Like, I don't care. I can see the news now.
Yeah.
Bloody wishes death on. I'm like, I do. Yeah, I do, and I'll stand by it. Yeah, if you are that fucking stupid, you don't need to be a person anymore. We can go ahead and let go of you and move on.
Dude, Wheezy posted a thing on his Twitter with people in Canada who did exactly that. Like, they were walking.
I saw
down
that.
the street
I
with a bunch of
absolutely
people.
saw that. And they're
And I
bringing
was
their
like,
kids and
"You
shit.
pieces of shit, you're right." And then here in Arizona, right, there are people with fucking Trump hats on, all crowded around this restaurant, like, open up, so we can not tip you. It's like, what
I got
the
a fresh quarter for your tip.
right? They are those people. Like, those people, the people that are protesting for things to open, so that, you know, they, for their convenience, are the same ones who likely put like the single, like 5 singles on the table and then remove one anytime they feel like the waiter's not coming with their food fast enough. Those are the type of people that I feel like are out there right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, this is happening in America that we're talking about here in Canada.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Let's move to Afghanistan. The war-torn, beat to shit, has literally nothing to offer anyone, anywhere.
They have Russian tanks.
Well, they got that going for them.
That the Russians just left there because, like, it's
you can have it. Like, it's fine. This is not worth the gas to go pick it up.
I got all this cobalt here. I want you to have it.
You can have all the cobalt. This one story comes from Afghanistan. The Taliban are now saying, we're not going to fight in the COVID-19 areas. Like, you guys can have those. We're pulling out. Like, done in Afghanistan.
Like, I don't know if you noticed, we're living in caves.
Yeah.
So we're not doing that COVID.
No, we will die.
Cut that off. Yeah.
The Taliban has figured out that COVID's probably throwing a dick with that. Because it will kill them in their caves. Yeah. So it has retreated out of COVID-19 areas. Now, of course, the people that fight the Taliban, all the forces or whatever, says they really haven't pulled out. But for the most part, I mean, they're still there, but the order has come from the... They even told the Associated Press, if God forbid the outbreak happens in an area where we control, we will stop fighting in that area. Like, we're not going in there. So way to go. The Taliban is now officially smarter than the entire state of Florida.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
And that's This Week in Dumb.
That's a good one. That's a good round we had there.
It was good. I felt good about that. I like doing the news a little bit more.
I do too. It grew on me. It grew on me a bit. At first, we were just having you do it, and then, you know.
And then you kind of picked up too.
And then I decided, you know, to carry my weight.
When you text me and you said, I've got 2 news stories and all the movies for it, I was like, look at you. This is a new leaf. He's got some fire under his ass.
On that 9-hour drive. If you remember the last time I did this drive, I had I listened to a documentary on the fucking
whatever works, man.
People's Temple. Yeah, fucking get in there.
God, has it been that long? let's do the Rotten Tomatoes game, my dude.
Are you ready?
I am.
All right. So, as we said, or I'll give you a minute to intro. That was funny, apparently. I don't know if you did you hear it back there?
Oh yeah.
Okay. But as we said in the beginning, this is a dystopian themed, dystopian post-apocalyptic themed.
You spit that out.
Rotten Tomatoes game. Yeah, you know.
I don't think I could have gotten through that without at least stuttering once. So good job.
And I'm drinking.
Yeah, well done.
So the very first that we have on the docket, as it were, in a post-apocalyptic America where the once picturesque countryside has become a desolate and violent wasteland, one man fights to protect a sacred tome that could hold the key to survival of the human race in this futuristic thriller from filmmaking duo Alfred and Alan Hughes, directed by the Hughes brothers, starring Denzel Washington, Gary Oldman, and Mila Kunis, 2010's The Book of Eli.
It was a great movie. I liked it. Did you like it?
Loved it. Loved this movie.
How did you feel at the very end when you found out what the book was?
I watched it immediately after that. After the big reveal that, spoiler alert, he's blind the whole movie.
Yeah.
After I found out what the book was, I was like, okay, sure. But the blind part is where I was like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy.
He kicked all y'all's asses, and he's blind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I loved this movie. Not so much for the religion. Like, I understood the religious portions of it, but the blind part is where I was like, yeah, get in there.
I think one of the biggest things is not so much that it was the Bible, but what the Bible represents as a Gutenberg Bible was the first thing to ever be printed, which is the pinnacle of the Renaissance, which was information being spread as a whole versus whatever. I think that was more of what they were trying to say than it being like...
No, yeah. 100%.
But anyway, what is it rated? I would say it is movies like this could go either way, and these are why
they can.
Dystopian movies can be great or terrible in terms of the critics, because they are usually violent and very violent. This one was very much so that. So that will put a lot of critics off. So I would say that I would vote this 2 thumbs up all day, but I know not all critics did. But I'm still thinking it was fresh. It was so good. And Denzel's
he's Denzel.
So he does well. Denzel movies typically do well. So it's safe to say it's probably going to be fresh at about, but probably lower.
Okay.
I'm going to say 70%.
70? Okay.
And this is why I get myself in trouble. I always overthink these movies.
You do, and you did.
Yeah.
So this movie was actually rotten.
I'm not surprised.
At 47%, and I think it's for the reasons that you stated. I think
very violent.
Critics thought it was very, very, very much violent. There was a close rape scene in the very beginning of the fucking movie. So I mean, it's not one that you take the whole family to, you know. But it was very well done. I agree with you that it was phenomenal fucking movie. Gary Oldman's great in everything he's fucking in.
Here's the thing too. I want to know who was like, I don't like it.
Right? It's so good.
If you know the way Rotten Tomatoes work too, is it's not like you go in and then put a tomato score in. It's aggregating different reviews of good or bad. So someone said this movie was bad. Not like 70% bad. It was bad. Yeah. And that's where those lower reviews and brings your score down. So of 100%, what percentage of the people thought it was good or bad, depending on how you look at it? A majority of critics out there were like, nope.
Yeah, and it's frustrating because it's a very good movie. And Gary Oldman
what did you expect?
Like very much Gary Oldman in this movie. He's a Gary Oldman villain, which is so good. Like Leon the I got a lot lot of Leon the Professional vibes from him in this movie. I can't remember his agent's name, but it was very much that. And Denzel was so good, and even Mila Kunis. Mila Kunis was solid in this fucking movie. In the role, the smaller role that she had, is awesome. Loved it endlessly. But that gained you 23 points. Now,
hey, not bad for me.
Yeah, you know. Fun facts about this movie. The reason the cannibals' hands shake is that they suffer from Kuru disease, a form of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease caused by eating human brains or spinal columns. The first symptom is shaking limbs, which is why people check Eli's hands throughout the movie. So when he goes into that shop the first time, they have him hold out his hands like this. If he's shaking, he is a cannibal. So that's the telltale sign of a cannibal, which is, I thought, was really cool. Yeah, it is a very real thing. You'll see it in cannibalistic tribes, where they'll eat brains, because in a lot of cannibalistic tribes they feel like eating the brains and the heart and the livers of the people that they've defeated absorbs their essence into them, but it gives a Kuru disease. So there's that. The
Spoiler alert, you don't gain their essence. You're just eating a person at that point.
Then you get a good old case of the Michael J. Foxes.
You're nailing the comedy.
I don't even. That was fantastic. I love you so much, baby. In addition to shedding about 50 pounds in preparation for the role, Denzel Washington also performed all his own stunts in the hand-to-hand fight sequence. That's awesome. And studied martial arts under Bruce Lee's protege, Dan Inosanto. So Bruce Lee's fucking disciple taught Denzel Washington all the martial arts for the movie, which I thought was really cool.
And that's why that film should be in the 90s.
You could tell Denzel shed some fucking weight because he was
bony,
lean. He was lean.
You can see these on his face. The hair that I have,
because I'm just
so
orbitals.
I'm so thin.
Yeah, it's like I'm really thirsty and hungry all the time.
Cat oil.
All right.
Next movie.
Next up. In a violent, futuristic city where the police have the authority to act as judge, jury, and executioner, a cop teams with a trainee to take down a gang that deals with the reality-altering drug slow-mo.
Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd. Just Dredd. Yep, there you go. Directed by Pete Travis, starring Carl Urban, Olivia Thirlby, and Lena Headey. Talking about 2012's Dredd.
This one's probably rotten too. It was a good movie. I could see why people wouldn't like it though. It was good, and it's about as good as it was. It was good. I'm gonna say I saw it. I was not in love with this movie. I liked it. I thought it was fun. I liked the violence and the excitement and that scene where she opens up that minigun on him. And I'm like, that's really cool.
From the like the little what's it called?
Like that little, it's up on a stand thing.
There's a word for it, but the courtyard. In the courtyard. Like there's the apartments.
Over that building?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're going through a lot of ammo right now. You might want to slow down. just
one dude.
Feather it.
One guy.
Feather it. You don't need to do that much. Yeah. I would say this is probably rotten at 40%.
40? Okay. You having a rough game so far, buddy?
It's a typical game for me, bro.
This is actually fresh and certified so at 79%.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Fun fact about this, and I loved this. I loved it very much.
I should probably go back and watch it.
Couple reasons I loved it, right? Because the Sly Stallone Dredd, right? Or Judge Dredd.
That movie sucked.
It was terrible. They're never supposed to remove their helmet. He did it in like the first 10 minutes of the fucking movie. Like,
yeah.
In the comic, that never gets removed. And Carl Urban, who played Dredd, right? He refused to smile or take the helmet off at any point during the movie's filming, or even in between takes. He spoke with an American accent and kept a scowl the whole time and stayed serious to keep in character. At one point, a cast member made a joke causing laughter on the entire set, and he gave them the dread stare, prompting the person to immediately apologize. And Carl Urban's fucking scowl was so good. It's just
yeah. Carl didn't think your joke was funny.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I really apologize. But it was very good, and he did such a fucking good job. And I feel like that movie was didn't get the love that it deserved.
I'll go back and watch it again because
you should, because I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it very, very much. Oh, he also insisted on driving that motorcycle himself. So it was a fully modified motorcycle, and he did it. He instead of getting a stuntman to do it, he insisted on doing it on his own, which was I thought was
respect.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah, you're getting so much help over there.
I really am. She's like, hey, do you want this charger that you're not using at all whatsoever that I pulled out of this drawer?
There you go.
Sure do.
This is for you.
All right. In the post-apocalyptic Australian wasteland, a cynical drifter agrees to help a small, gasoline-rich community escape a horde of bandits. Directed by George Miller, starring Mel Gibson and who the fuck cares who else. I am speaking of 1981 Mad Max 2,
yeah.
The Road Warrior.
I feel like this would have some love because it's probably gotten some good reviews since. I don't know I don't know about its reception when it came out because I was non-existent. So
Me either.
I will say this is probably fresh. At probably really fresh too. At 80%.
80?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
It is very fresh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's a sequel though, so it might be lower. I don't know.
It is a sequel, but it is very fresh, and it's more fresh than the original, which is fun.
How about that?
Fun. Another fun fact. It's actually certified fresh, 95%.
I'm not upset about that. All right.
I'm not either. This is the
This
one.
is a great movie.
Yeah, it was very good. I liked it a lot. I liked it more than the first one. The first one was a bit of a slow burn for me.
Yeah.
The second one was just fucking balls deep in
fun.
shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a fun movie to watch. Some fun facts about this movie: the dog used in the film, which reminded me of dog meat. Like,
Yeah, did you get upset all over again?
For it. No,
Just looking back at me, and so I really didn't make it try. Go ahead.
But the dog used in the film, named simply Dog, was obtained from a local dog pound and trained to perform in the film. Because of the sound of the engines upset him, and in one incident caused him to relieve himself in the car.
Good.
He was fitted with special earplugs so that he wouldn't be offended by the sound. And then after filming was complete, he was adopted by one of the camera operators.
That's cute.
Right? That's what I thought. I was like,
That's heartwarming.
Also, this part was fucking metal as shit, so I had to add it.
Already in.
So according to the trivia book Movie Mavericks by John Sandis, one of the more spectacular stunts in the film was actually a very serious accident. One of the motorcycle riding raiders hits a car, flies off the bike, smashes his legs against the car, and cartwheels through the air towards the camera. This was a real, genuine accident. The stuntman was just supposed to fly over the car without hitting it at all. But the nearly fatal incident looked so dramatic that it was kept in the movie.
Well,
the stuntman broke his leg really badly, but he's obviously survived. If you look at the stuntman's body frame by frame through his cartwheels, you can see that one of his legs is bending at a slightly unnatural angle around the knees. You can see it's very clearly broken. But yeah, and that's a legit, genuine 100%. He broke his leg on the car.
We're gonna go back and watch that one, I bet.
But yeah, I thought that was metal as fuck.
Yes, sir.
You ready for your next one?
Hit me, baby.
All right.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
One more time. In a dangerous post-apocalyptic world, an ailing father defends his son as they slowly travel to the sea. Directed by John Hillcoat, starring Viggo Mortensen, Cody Smith-McPhee, Charlize Theron, Robert Duvall, and Guy Pearce. Talking about 2009's The Road.
What was it?
The Road.
I saw that. That was a heavy movie.
Very much so, yeah.
And I haven't seen Viggo do anything in a long time, so it was good to see that.
He took 2 years. He almost took a break. This is another fun fact that I'll give you right now because you mentioned that he took a break before this movie, but after he heard about this movie being cast, he decided to do this movie and then take a 2-year hiatus from acting.
Yeah, he was amazing in this movie. And it was dark. Like, very Jesus.
Much, yeah. It's based off a book. It's a book.
I'm not surprised. It was great. It had that almost remember that Will Smith movie In the Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes.
It had a vibe like that, where it was like you felt bad for the dad. We're just like, fuck, dude, just
that
trying to
movie
get your
made
kid.
me cry.
Oh, me too, dude.
That bathroom scene?
Yeah,
nope.
I
never
lost
watch that
it.
ever again.
I'll never watch that movie again because of that.
I watched it one time, and then he's in the bathroom, and he's like, "You're a good papa," and it's like,
oh, and that guy's like trying to beat his way in because he's all probably methed out of his mind, and they're home. Oh, but this movie is very much the same, where it's like just some guy and his kid trying to go through the post-apocalyptic America, and you're like, good lord, like this is awful. You felt bad for him the whole time. This was an amazing film and underrated as fuck. This has got to be fresh. I can't imagine you going and be like, oh, that movie's bad. I'm gonna say fresh at again 80%.
80? Okay.
Yeah.
Much better choice that time.
Good.
So it was fresh, certified so at 73%.
I'll take the 7. That's good.
So yeah,
still angry. It should have been higher. It should have been.
It should have been.
It's such a good movie.
Well, so they delayed this movie a few times, and delayed it so much so that to the point where they're like, you know what, let's just delay it till November now, and so that it can get some Oscars.
Yeah.
And I can't remember.
Worthy of it too.
But it's very much worthy of it. It's
snubbed.
The acting from all of them are
so
good. From Charlize Theron, she only had like a fucking 5 minutes in there,
if that.
But it was but it was so good. And then like Robert Duvall, like when I was doing the research for this movie, I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of people in here. You know what I mean? Like Robert Duvall and Charlize Theron. Robert Duvall playing the old man.
Yeah.
So good.
Really
and he ad-libbed. I found out that Robert Duvall ad-libbed most of his lines because he was just like,
it's fucking Robert Duvall. Let him do whatever he wants. You don't need a script. Whatever you think.
Just sit down, be dirty, say some words. I don't care.
You got
just
it.
Do it.
And action.
Action. Yeah. So intentionally or unintentionally, there are several nods to the video game Fallout universe. The cannibals bear more than a passing resemblance to raiders. Skulls on pikes to mark raiders' cannibals areas. Finding packaged foods in an underground shelter is similar to finding packaged food in the vaults. The boy carries around a bottle cap, which is the currency in Fallout. Man and Boy, which is their name in the movie, spend their days scavenging with the importance of a Coca-Cola or a Nuka-Cola in Fallout. And the presence of a dog is a marker who is the good guys. The dog even looks quite similar to the famous dog meat dogs before Fallout 4, shown as an Australian cattle dogs. Furthermore, the relationship between a parent and child is the central driver of the plots for Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. So father and child, parent and son, respectively, which are the most popular games in the franchise or the series. Also, in the scene where father is giving his son a bath in the river, it was legitimately freezing cold water, and the director the director promised Cody Smith and McPhee that they would just do 2 takes. And in the second take, the sun ended up coming out and ruining the shot, so they had to do a 3rd take.
Oh no!
And so they had to do the 3rd take, and that's ended up being the one that they kept. And after he gives him bathes him in the water, he's crying. The son is crying. That's really Cody Smith McPhee crying because the water is so fucking cold. And it's the third take in a row that he did in there. So that's legit crying. And also, when Charlize Theron gives birth, the sound guys were like, we'll pull fucking sounds from, women screaming during childbirth and whatnot. She's like, no, fuck you. I got
this.
So all the screaming is her pretending to give birth, which was solid.
She's so good.
She really is.
Is she underrated, you think? Because
yes.
she's rated, but I think she gets way less credit.
Dude, from Monster, fucking
yeah.
Here's the thing.
She is. I think one of her downfalls is how beautiful she is, because you discount her acting because of it.
I fell in love with her in The Devil's Advocate, man. When she had that curly blonde hair and that.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I'd agree. She is underrated.
And granted, she gets props for being a good actress, but she needs more props.
But she got an Oscar for Monster, didn't she?
Yeah, but she needs them for most of the films that she's in.
That's fair.
To be fair.
But having watched documentaries on the chick that she portrayed in Monster, she was just fucking spot on. Yeah. And she looked exactly like her, which was fucking insane. Yeah.
Making her look bad is you get Oscar nominations for that in general.
It's like, hey, hair and makeup, good job making her look like shit.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
And they nailed it.
They did. You ready for your last movie, buddy?
Hit me, baby.
All right. A nameless drifter dons a postman's uniform and bag of mail as he begins a quest to inspire hope to the survivors living in post-apocalyptic America. Directed by Kevin Costner. Starring
Kevin Costner.
Will Patton, the dude from every hood movie ever, Lorenz Tate, and Tom Petty. I'm talking about 1997's The Postman. Yeah,
it was the movie he wrote for himself so that he could be a hero in a film. He got shit on for this because of that too. It was not received well.
He didn't get shit on just by critics.
Everyone.
The cast and crew shit on him.
No one.
And I'll dive into that in a minute. But I mean,
this was a shit movie and. It was like Waterworld 2. It was so bad. I'm going to say rotten. I don't know anybody who would be like, yep. I'm going to say no one saw this movie was like, that was it. That's the one I've been waiting for. Rotten but it's still Kevin Costner, who is a good actor. I will say rotten at a safe 40%.
40?
Yeah.
That's a terrible idea. Because it was rotten, and it's one of the worst ones I've seen.
Is it like 1?
It's 8.
8?
8%.
I got it in the right spectrum, but I was still 32 off.
It was
I'm not
8%.
mad.
8% rotten. And I
don't, God, that movie was awful.
Here's the thing. I was this close to getting Waterworld because it's very much in the same genre, you know?
Yes.
And I feel like it's actually closer to the genre that I was looking for. But I was like, I liked Waterworld. I didn't like The Postman.
I liked Waterworld. Even as a kid, we got to watch Waterworld, and it was like, that was cool, you know? Like, they got jet skis and shit.
The one thing from Waterworld that always sticks in my mind is when he kills that sea monster and eats it.
You want the eyeball?
It just looks like a whole fistful of lobster.
So
I'm like,
good.
Oh, that looks so delicious.
It did. It was like, I want to eat that too. I gotta give me a sea monster.
Right? Yes. All right, so the fun facts for this, it was the extras that referred to the production as Dirt World instead of Waterworld.
Mm-hmm.
This was never to be spoken within earshot of Kevin Costner because he would fire anybody on the spot for calling it Dirt World.
It's because it was.
It was Dirt World.
I'm right there with him. I knew that just from... Funny thing, never even seen the film. I don't need to. I'm good. I saw Waterworld.
And at one point, this was in development as a project for Ron Howard with Tom Hanks set to star, which would have been an infinitely better movie, and it probably would have been fresh at 77% as opposed to rotten at 8. 8. So your total here.
I have a fun fact about this film too.
Yeah, go for it.
You know how sweet my mom is? Easily the sweetest woman to ever live. Love her, love her endlessly. Even she was like, that movie's a piece of shit.
So you didn't do terrible on this, man. You got a total, I mean, with as you know, shitty answers as you've had from time to time, total of 116.
Not bad for me.
Not bad.
That's a good bloody game.
And 23, 39, 15, 7, and 32.
That's not so
116.
bad.
Yeah.
The 32 is what kind of killed me. But
yeah. The 32
care.
and the 39. But yeah, I mean, right spectrum with Dirt World.
And I wasn't even at the top of the spectrum either. I had another 10 to go. I should have stuck with 10 or 1. I could have gone 0 on that one and been in good shape.
You could have, and you would have been way better. Yeah, you would have gotten under 100.
Yeah.
Good times, man. Good times.
All right. Why don't you bring us home, baby girl?
All right, man. So we talked a little bit about post-apocalyptic worlds. I know right now, with the trying times that we're all going through, it can feel like we're kind of on the cusp of something like that. But friends and family are good to lean on during this time. I have, my whole family here, the wee baby Samara right here. I don't know if you can see her. But and I have my good friend Bloody the Elf to talk to on the daily.
I'm here for you every day, bro.
Keep my head above water. I hope that you guys have somebody like that in your lives during these trying times, and if not, this will all be over soon. This too shall pass, and we'll be bigger and stronger for it. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So hopefully you don't fucking die from the coronavirus, because then I'll feel terrible. But this is SuttySmash, and
I'm Bloody the Elf. Reminding you guys, keep it posy.
I like it. Makes me happy.
You make me happy.
You make me happy.
Oh, I know.
I know you know.
I've seen the stains. And there's our outro joke there.
Robbing brass the afterlife, looking for the there's no light. Restless, saints before you're dead. Dying is my fear, I'm lost without a purpose. God is the reason you live this way. Want your life again, and time will never end. Time is forever, so have you been created?